Hey guys, welcome. My name is Dustin Bogle with Gym Reinforcements, and I got a special guest for a gym owner spotlight. Her name is Kim Schneider. She's the owner of Croton FBBC in New York. And so she has been working with us with Gym Reinforcements, and I asked her to jump on here and kind of share her real life experience so that you can hear it from somebody that is a real user of the service and, kind of talk to her about it. So Kim, first off, thank you for jumping on here. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You ready to
Thank
rock
you,
on?
Dustin.
Let's do this.
Yeah, always.
So I want to start with before Gym Reinforcements, before we get into what you've seen. Who was doing your lead follow-up, and like what were your struggles you were encountering as a team?
Oh boy. Okay, so pre you guys in the post-apocalyptic follow-up, I was doing lead follow-up. I had other services, other people helping out with the lead follow-up. A lot of it was a struggle just getting people in to do the workout. So a lot of people were just being scheduled to come in for free sessions. And we know as gym owners, people don't value free. So there would be a ton of no-shows. And then it was constantly trying to chase those people to get them in and get them in. So yeah, lead follow-up was tough, and it's a full-time job. So, I mean, for the first year we were open, I was doing it all, which meant, I was scrambling to do everything else. It really took up so much time.
Okay. So it sounds like it was just a huge time suck, and you wear a lot of hats as a gym owner. Yes. And you just finally were ready to let go of that hat and hand it to somebody else and say, here, I need you to take this over.
All the hats, and that's when I was definitely ready to throw and get rid of it as soon as possible.
Yes. All right. So I got in touch with you. You were hearing about what we were doing, Gym Reinforcements, and we're essentially the best. Again, I'm trying to be modest, but I honestly don't think we have any competition.
Come on.
But, the best follow-up service for gym owners, because we teach them how to sell, teach them how to use CRMs, we teach them how to overcome objections. And so you got placed with your sales associate. So kind of give, other gym owners experience that you've had and what you've seen.
Yeah, so I tell you all the time how much I am in love with Shen. We work incredibly well together. It was like a match right away. We just matched up and that was it. It's like she'd been on the team the whole time, and I knew because she was trained by you, like, this girl's going to be amazing, and she delivers every day. So we were going from, maybe like 4 or 5 people each week to come in. Maybe some of them would show up, some of them wouldn't. I started to see those numbers go up as soon as she started. In April or May, it went from, okay, we'll do maybe 5 trials a week to like 12 and 18 and 15. And it just, the numbers went up immediately, and I could see, because I could see what she's doing in FitPro Tracker. She's on top of everything. And we didn't even have any ads running when you guys first started. She went into FitPro Tracker and pulled out contacts from people who have been here in the past. Maybe they were previous members, they quit because of COVID or various other reasons. She pulled a lot of those people back in. She pulled people back who had been here for a session, tried it out, and then didn't join for whatever reason. And then, she went through all of the leads that have never been here before and got a ton of people, in right away. And then it was kind of like we did that for months before we started even putting up an ad. So she got us a ton of people. We boosted our numbers without even putting up a single ad for it was at least 2 months.
Love it. So lots of organic and prospecting inside of your list that you've already spent many years and dollars building. Yeah. And sometimes people don't think about that as a place to find money. They think I have to go find new people. I got to go get new leads. And it's like, hey, if you already got at least, a good, hundreds or thousands of leads that you've accumulated, dive in there and sell to them first. You just got to make a strong offer that it compels them to move forward, So I know that you said that, you've seen some great numbers in terms of just memberships, because obviously we're just a piece of that puzzle. We got leads, and then we're the trial follow-up crew, and then you guys rock their world and make them become a member. But, we kind of contribute to that happening indirectly by getting leads in to buy a trial. What kind of membership growth have you seen since working with us, Gym Reinforcements?
So when we reopened, we struggled. We could not get past that 70 members for months. I mean, we reopened in September after the shutdown. Even past January, we were struggling to get past that 70. We kind of pushed past a little bit. When you guys started, we were right around 100 members, and we still had people because of the pandemic who were freezing or canceling, but we were really struggling to grow in any significant way each month. Right now, I mean, and that was May, I think it was like end of April, April, beginning of May that we started with you guys, and it's October, and we're almost at 200. Like 200 is next in our sites.
Nice.
So I mean, to grow almost 100 members in a couple months,
I love
yeah,
hearing
and it's
that.
definitely from getting those people in. And like I said, some of them were people who had been here pre-pandemic and, you know, said, oh, I'm so glad she reached out to me, and I was ready to come back. I didn't know how to get started again, and I needed that little push. She's very good at keeping contact with people and giving them that little push that they need to just come back in.
And like you mentioned earlier, it is a full-time job because you got like 3 layers of leads. You got your hot lead who's just ready to buy and come in. You got your warm leads who kind of reply every 24 to 48 hours. So it's like a longer cycle to get them in. And then you got your cold leads who kind of give you a little blip every 30 days. And you got to take notes and you got to track, you got to do the lead tracking.
Oh,
That's a full-time job. I couldn't imagine doing that and trying to coach and to, you know, pay the bills and to fix things that break around the place and hire and recruit team members. Like that in itself is a huge part of your company. And when someone doesn't own it, it usually isn't being done well. So I'm glad that you have that now and you're seeing that. Now, Kim, final question I'll throw at you is what would you say to somebody who is on the fence? Because obviously people are afraid. They you know, when it's the unknown, there's not a lot of services that offer this. You know, people don't want to feel like they're the guinea pigs and like you're learning on me. But we've been doing this for a while now. We're really good at it. And so what would you say to somebody who's on the fence?
I would say if you're on the fence, just jump right off with both feet, dive in. There's no, you know, when it comes to Dustin, you and everything that you're involved, that you create, I should say, like, there's no question, you know, it's going to be successful. You know how to train people. I know that anybody you send to us is going to be trained. They know how to talk to people. They know what they're doing. Like if you're on the fence, get off the fence, because you will grow in a big way. And I mean, like you said, as gym owners, we wear all the hats. I mean, I'm still a full-time coach. You know, I'm doing everything. So that's one thing that you don't have to worry about, that's off your plate. And then you can just concentrate on nurturing those people, which is, I mean, I love talking to new people, but that whole back and forth of just getting them come in, we don't have time for that. You know, instead you can nurture them once they're in, you know, and then keep them going from there, which is really what we're here to do.
Yes. And I would say, I bet this is also not the area of the business that is the owners the most excited about and the reason they open their business. Like, I can't wait to do the lead follow. Let's go. So think about that, because then what energy are you bringing to it? You're probably in a rush. You're probably trying to just sell them and get to your next to do, or rather give it to somebody that will be a nurturer, will take care of your leads, will follow up with them the right way. And, you know, hey, that's kind of my job, is to kind of play e-harmony between gym owner and sales associate and find that right match, because it is culturally, it's got to be a good match. You know, your guys' core values, the way you want your lead follow-up done. We had one gym owner that said, hey, I don't want you guys to say pounds. How many pounds do you want to lose? Who wants to lose 20 pounds? We want to be 100% health. So cool. We're going to put that brand into our system. And so that's kind of our job. So I'm glad that you're like willing to release things, because again, I think that's what happens, that makes a lot of gym owners struggle, is they hold on to everything. Like, no one's going to do it as good as me, or I'll just do it to save the company money. But then you also can't grow until you let it go. So yeah.
100%. And I used to say both of those things, is I'll do it best. You know, you're nervous as an owner, you're nervous to give up that, to delegate. It's hard to delegate, to have other people do that kind of stuff for you, because it's a representation of you and yourself. But you know, no, she's matched up perfectly. We talk every single day. We have a great relationship, and she really is detail oriented. You know, any little thing, I'm like, hey, she asks, how do you want me to say that? Oh, this is perfect, great. So it really is, you're a great matchmaker. It's definitely an awesome match. I love working with her. And Sarah, you know, the team leader. You know, it's not just the sales associate. You get like a little team. So it's a great team that you put together with us, and we all just work very well together, you know, and yeah, it's amazing.
All right. Well, Kim, thank you so much for sharing your experience. I'm so glad that we're helping you grow your gym and taking a part of it off your plate so you can focus on what you do well. And thank you again for shouting us out. I do appreciate it. You rock, girl.
Thank you, Dustin. Thank you.